It's natural to want others to like you and respect us, but worrying too much about thoughts that others can project onto you, in this way, you could injure your health. It's not good. Have you ever laid in bed at night and recalled the last time you were in eighth grade saying organism instead of orgasm while reading aloud in class? Us too. Okay, so maybe you don't have to act exactly the same way, but you'll have the tempered experience, but you know what that means. Okay, chances are that your classmates have zero recollection of that middle school moment that you were living in. You are with your colleagues already forgotten in the during the morning Zoom meeting, let's say, and your friends think about the bold outfits that you were wearing on Friday. Process of criticism. There's no use in acting like B with caring about all of this, what others think, because other people are an evolutionary adaptation, according to the Simulations Smithsonian Natural Museum of Natural History. Joining a group or a tribe is being accepted by others, which is critical to your survival in this moment. Even though today we might not need tribes to survive, we do need other people to integrate us for the stimulation, companionship. Humans are social anima, so placing weight on others' opinions of you is entirely natural and largely unavoidable. One brain's unimagining, knitting and adding to the sophisticated flow, showing biophysical, reactionary, chemical responses in the brain to what's being said, the positive and negative feedback from others. For their fear, negative emotion evaluation is specifically strong. So, for people who have social anxiety, this is a big no no. People with low self esteem and those who grew up with emotional support and also make it until they fake it are likely to care much what people think about them. With Bezzy for depression, you'll never be alone. If you're living with it, then you're caring about how people perceive you. Helpful or not is the big question. In some cases, putting too much time and energy into worrying what other people think can be harmful to your self-image and mental health. So taking others into consideration, their opinions, and putting too much time and energy into worrying about what. Hell no. Taking others' opinions as truth can lead to lead, and people are vicious in their cycles of insecurity and vulnerability. But caring about how our interactions impact people around the globe and around us play a crucial role in maintaining, such meaningful relationships. You'd care if you were unwittingly causing harm. And although it might cause the temporary distress and cause adjusting to your actions, remedies to relationships, albeit ultimately worthwhile. Unhelpful in this way, caring what people say as always. Signs that we care too much what others think about it, of course, can be out of hand. Listening to you. Here's some indicator of the opinion that otherwise might be blissful. You change yourself in response to criticism. You let other people make decisions. You don't maintain boundaries. You're a perfection. You hold your tongue if opinion errands differ from everything else. You place your peace of mind and reliance on upheavals from others. You're constantly apologizing even though they did nothing wrong. You're rarely saying no. Enjoy these tips on how to get unstuck from worry. So, how can you get unstuck from worrying about how others perceive you? You can go through the tip list and you can tip the toe and expect and attach other people's opinions of you to this avoidance and jail of judgment. It's simply impossible. For better or worse, you're accessing people's and assessing their natural part of social interactability. So prepare yourself ahead of time for this kind of challenge, and other people may change their poor opinions about you for the brutal, honest truth. While you can't control how everyone feels about the perceptions that you have of them, you can lessen your worry and anxiety over it by considering practicing some mindfulness techniques and meditation. Your mindfulness about slaying the present and being aware of accepting how you feel about the moment. And some of these might include breathing exercises. Breeding to perfection is impossible, so expect nothing from inbreeding. More importantly, judge the following for attaining perfection in an unproductive way, unfair competition, and keep in mind that anyone who thinks badly of your stinky little small slip up has made mistakes themselves. Plus, making mistakes at work or in a personal relationship can be important to self-growth. Look at them and learning opportunities and be a human. So plus making mistakes at work, impersonal or personnel, look at them learning opportunities. Practice self-reflection. That can be powerful. In some difficult ways, who am I, who do I care about, and what do I personally enjoy? Maybe some critique of belief and action. A sense of self going hand in hand and being confident in who and what you are towards your haters. Don't try to mind read, you'll probably be wrong. Research and suggest. People will associate traits with you that you have never even considered to be true. It's a radical indication that constantly worrying what other people think is not only stressful but not helpful. Caring about what people think of you is natural, but some people's opinions are just so much more important than yours, and others should be treated. A family member saying that your behavior acts as some past trauma is a boss expressing concern with you at work and can be helpful to the future you. Random stranger complaining that a dog doesn't smile enough. Know your worth and your own worst critic. We all tend to research papers that tell us to often believe what other people judge us more harshly than others. We express ourselves in this way and we depend on the paper. While it's true that the first, knowing that someone is caring about the self-confidence in the cognitive behavioral therapies, CBTs, personally works, and is approached by a helpful way of thinking. This is a blanket statement, and even the first impression wasn't that great, and we give them a second chance, and being accepting of others can help you go and live life fully to its best. Let's recap. If you think that you're worrying too much about hype, then sometimes the feedback and constructive criticism can be harmful to you as a whole. And B, keep in mind that you'll be likely judging everything you say in this path. You'll be way more of an assistant than a boss. Consider reaching out to a mental health professional for help.